The tension in Pittsburgh is at an all-time high. Mike Tomlin's future as head coach of the Steelers is in question, with rumors of change and even suggestions that he might benefit from a new challenge. And that's not all. George Pickens, one of the team's brightest prospects, is causing more concern than confidence with his explosive attitude on the field. Can the Steelers overcome this turbulence? Stay tuned for every detail of these stories. Don't forget to hit that like button before we dive in. The atmosphere in Pittsburgh is heating up, and the pressure for change within the Steelers is undeniable. After 4 straight losses to close out the regular season, whispers that Mike Tomlin could be on his way out are growing louder. Even ESPN's Stephen A. Smith isn't exactly pouring water on the fire. On First Take, he dropped the bombshell that Tomlin should consider making a move, maybe to the Chicago Bears, and that the Steelers themselves might benefit from a leadership change. "I love Mike Tomlin," Smith began, laying the groundwork. "But there comes a time, and I'm not saying we're there yet, when you have to ask yourself, is a new voice and vision necessary?" Smith's argument has merit. Despite being a historic and highly successful franchise, the Steelers are stuck in a playoff drought, 8 years without a postseason win. For an organization with such pride, that's like a marathon without a finish line. At the same time, we're talking about Mike Tomlin here. In 18 seasons, the man has never had a losing record. It's an achievement that very few coaches in league history can claim. Letting him go would be a tough call to justify. Here's where it gets interesting. Tomlin recently signed a 3-year extension with a clause preventing the Steelers from trading him without his consent. This means that even if the Bears, or any other team, come calling with an irresistible offer, Tomlin has the final say. Of course, no one in Pittsburgh is happy. Neither Tomlin nor the organization seems to be handling nearly a decade of playoff mediocrity well. The next challenge, a wild card matchup against the Baltimore Ravens, isn't likely to ease that frustration, especially with the team limping into the postseason. At the end of the day, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers are like a long-standing partnership, full of ups and downs but still solid. It would be a massive surprise to see them part ways now, especially given the mutual respect and stability Tomlin has brought to the team. But, as always in the NFL, the unexpected is almost a rule. Steelers Nation, do you think it's time for Mike Tomlin and the team to go their separate ways? Share your thoughts in the comments. But hold on, our next story about George Pickens might be even more controversial. George Pickens, the talented Steelers wide receiver, is making headlines, and not just for his explosive plays. The 23-year-old has shown that he can sometimes be his own worst enemy, with behavior that risks tarnishing his reputation and jeopardizing the team's success. That said, no one questions how crucial Pickens is to Pittsburgh's offense. The problem is, his emotions often boil over at the worst moments, something even former head coach John Gruden noticed. During an appearance on the Clean Pocket podcast, Gruden didn't mince words, delivering a message that sounded more like a warning to the wideout. "George, focus on the next play and catch the ball. You've got talent, everyone knows it, but that attitude, man, you complain too much when the ball doesn't come your way or isn't perfect. It's not about you. Run your route, do your job, and you've got a chance. If you don't, against Baltimore, it's 0 chance." Pickens' recent form isn't helping matters. After missing 3 weeks with a tendon injury, he returned against the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas, but his performance was underwhelming. He had just 3 catches for 50 yards in a 29-10 loss, which included taking his helmet off on the field and running a lazy route that led to a crucial red zone interception. The following game wasn't much better. Against the Bengals in the final week of the regular season, Pickens managed just 1 reception for 0 yards on 6 targets, along with 3 drops. This not only raised questions about his consistency, but also led to fines and speculation about his future with the Steelers, as his rookie contract expires in 2025. Now, with a wild-card matchup against the Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh needs Pickens at his best. He's a key piece in any hope for victory, and if he can channel his talent and keep his head in the game, he could be the difference maker the Steelers need to stay alive in the postseason. If not, his potential might end up being just another what-if in the NFL. The Steelers are at a crossroads. Letting go of Mike Tomlin would be a bold, if not necessary, move. As for George Pickens, unless he matures quickly, he risks squandering his immense talent. One thing is clear, Changes are urgently needed, both on and off the field. Subscribe to the channel and stay updated on all the latest news about your team.